How's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today I'm in the office, so I've switched things around as of yesterday. So my desk was at the opposite end of the room, switched it round to this end. Feels a lot better, feel much happier in this end of the room overall. When I finish the office, which is some point in the future, I will do an update, but I'm probably going to do it on Instagram. So if you don't currently follow me on Instagram at michaelbamber. I've only got one account and it's the link in the description. All of accounts are fake. Please ignore them. They are not mine. Just a quick disclaimer. Overall today, with it being the end of the month, so we're currently on the 28th of September, what I like to do is go through the trades that I've taken, any trades that I've missed throughout the month as well. There's been a few throughout September, so I'm currently in a session. I'm using Forex Tester. This is a platform that I mainly use. I also use a different platform as well, but mainly this one, and it's something that I've been using for quite a while now. It's incredible, and it has a forward test only mode, which means that I can't, or anyone can't actually cheat their way into testing. You actually have to collect the data itself. So you can't take a trade or miss a trade and go back and think, oh, maybe I should take that. It's properly done professionally, and that's how you need to approach your testing. One thing that I will say with backtesting in general is people tend to approach it with the wrong intention. People tend to think the more hours you spend in backtesting, the better it's going to be. It's not necessarily the case. It depends on the quality of how you're actually testing. If you're kind of like half focused, you're distracted, you've got your phone in front of you, you're kind of casually testing, it's not going to benefit you in any way. You're not going to get anything out of it. Where it really comes into value is if you're treating it exactly or get it as close as you can to live trading, and then actually approach it in a professional state of mind from that point. Approach it with a good intent, come into the markets, see what there is, trade your plan, be diligent with that plan, and collect the data itself. So that's what we're going to currently be doing today. So I'm going to walk you through this trade that I've currently got an order on. No idea if it's even going to actually trigger, but we'll see. But overall, I'm just about to place an order. Let's take a look first and foremost at the 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, what do we have? Overall, things are bearish. So daily directional bias is bearish. Order flow on the 1 hour and 4 hours bearish, which is something I really look for. So you can see with here, if we just take a look at this, we could see price forming the low here, lower high, comes down, forms a new lower low, and then just slowly gravitates towards this extreme OB at the top of the move, right? So the way it does this is that we're building liquidity as we move up. And the key thing is this is pro trend anyway. So I'm looking for continuations of bearish movement. So when we see these lows start to stack, this is just really evident to me that right at some point in time, we're going to be moving lower. Got previous daily low in here as well, 2 other swing lows. This is looking perfect. 15-minute chart, what do we have? Let's have a look at this. So overall, we have a sweep here of liquidity, price starting to move down. Here is where price opens coming into London, and we sweep Asia liquidity just. Then we have that breakdown in structure, and then just looking for pullbacks to then take the trade. Now, I usually trade in the lower time frames, but for the purpose of this, I'm just going to be using the 15-minute. And we're going to be placing an order. So let's do that now. So risk 1% at price is going to be this price. Stop loss just above structure. And then take profit is going to be the main swing low, which is here. Let's place the order. Let's see what happens. See if we actually get triggered in first and foremost. Let's do this. Wind this forward. Boom. Okay, we're in the trade. So in the trade, been triggered in here. Let's see how price actually does develop. Okay. All right, quick development of price, very impulsive. So normally what I do is when I get involved in a trade, if I just properly zoom in, when I get involved in a trade, I like to see the behavior of price. So here from a standpoint, you've seen price be very impulsive, but what I do like to pay attention to is if price here, as we move up into the entry, fails to take out this previous low, that is an evident sign to me that right, is the market actually moving higher here, or is this a false move? Is price actually protecting this low and potentially moving higher? Therefore, in that situation, I have a protocol in place to essentially remove risk or reduce as much risk as possible from the table. So in this case, it's been very impulsive. Now I can move this to break even now, or almost. Just going to reduce the risk a little bit, and then we'll continue with the move. Right, price is currently swept previous daily low. Now we're going to move to break even, just to cover commission as well. Right, continuing to move, quickly moving to the downside. Right, so we can just trade a little bit as well. So once again, as I'm in the trade, what I like to do as well is, although I've got my TP set, as we start to get closer, like in this example, it's around about 7% trade. I'm not going to let's say price pulls back from here all the way to break even. I'm not letting that pull back to break even, because you have to remember we're in the market to pay yourself. So even if price does pull back and takes me out, at least I've banked a 1.5, 2% trade. And that's, for me, maximizing the move. That's what I'm all in the game for. And if price hits TP, then absolutely perfect. Yeah, it's very likely we hit TP now. Boom. Okay. Hit TP. This was a trade that shaped up throughout the month. Beautiful trade, very impulsive as well. Pound yen this month has been a bit on and off. Beautiful price action for the first half of the month, but recently we've had a little bit more of a corrective phase, which is how pound yen moves. For those of you who don't trade pound yen for 70% of the time is very corrective, so it tends to move like this and it tends to move like that, but even within these moves it's absolutely solid. And then for 30% of the time you tend to get those impulsive moves. But if you can position yourself correctly on the right side of the market and play these order flow conditions and position yourself with daily as well, then you can get some beautiful moves that do shape up quite well as well. So that's something to bear in mind. But that's the trade itself. I'm going to continue with a session itself, but overall, this is the platform. This is Forex Tester. I highly suggest actually taking a look at this, actually using it for yourself, but don't just use it properly, use it efficiently. Go in with a testing session with the intention of, right, I'm actually going to make the most out of the session. I'm going to track the data on a spreadsheet. If you look to the left here, you do have data, so it does collect total trades, profit trades, loss. You can track the data through here. Obviously, from the trade I've just taken, you can see the data analytics from here and other stats that are necessary as well. However, what I would suggest is actually getting a spreadsheet, an external spreadsheet, actually taking screenshots of the trades that you're taking, which you can do on this Forex Tester as well, and actually just positioning yourself to collect the data properly so that you can look back and go through equity curve and make any adjustments to potentially trading sessions or trading hours and just go from there. That's the best thing that I would do, because if you don't, it becomes a situation where you kind of just test in for the sake of it. You need to do it properly if you're going to do it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. So if you're going to backtest, do it properly with the right intention. So for those of you who are interested in the health side of things, I'm currently doing a fruit cleanse, which you may not have heard before, but basically my diet consists of just fruit for a period of time with herbs, just to fully detox the body. And yeah, pretty exciting. Well, I say pretty exciting. My diet's literally a lot of fruit right now, so it's good and bad depending on how you look at it.